Here are 4 areas that tighten and lock up when your nervous system is dysregulated. Hi, my name is Danny, and I help empower people by reclaiming their health, safety, and confidence without relying on our broken medical system. If that sounds like something you'd like, make sure to give my page a follow and save this video for later. The first place that really gets locked up on a lot of people is the back of the head. This is where our spinal cord exits our skull, our cerebral spinal fluid passes through that, and it can get really tight, and we can actually hold a lot of lymphatic fluid back here. So the back of the head is going to be the number one place that tightens up. This is also going to coincide with tension in our tongue. So when we have a lot of tension in our tongue and our tongue is plastered to the bottom of our jaw instead of sitting at the top of our palate, it's going to be pulling on all this tension on the chest, pulling on our vagal nerve, and pulling on our diaphragm, creating a lot of tension on the back of the head, putting us into this forward head position, stressing out the back of the shoulders, and reducing blood flow down from the brain into the heart. The second place that gets highly restricted when you're under chronic stress is right here on the side of the neck where that vagal nerve exits. This is where a bunch of cranial nerves exit, and also your major lymphatic ducts that leave the brain and enter the neck right here sit here. So this neck area can get really tight, especially if you're chronically stressed and you're working all day at a computer like this and you're breathing like this and you just have no neck. You're reducing all of that blood flow, that oxygen flow, and your brain's ability to reduce its toxic load. So that's going to make you feel even worse. The third place that will tighten up and restrict, especially under times of chronic stress, is right above and below the clavicle. This is where the terminus sits, our major lymph node. This is one of the last places that your lymphatic fluid will pass through before entering your heart and your circulatory system so your body can expel the waste from you. So if we're clogged here, you're going to have a high toxic load, you're going to have negative thoughts and brain fog, and a lot of restriction and tightness is going to happen, and that's going to affect your breathing and therefore affect your diaphragm and your pelvic floor. Speaking of the diaphragm, that is the fourth place that you're going to feel a lot of tension and restriction in when you're under high loads of stress. So doing any type of deep diaphragmatic belly breathing will change the pressure in your body. It will help digestion. It will stimulate the cisterna chyli, which is that big lymph node that sits in your gut. It's going to help boost your immune system, which will help your hormones, which will help your brain because you're going to be producing more serotonin and dopamine to make you feel happy. One last touch on the diaphragm. When you are in high loads of stress, chronic anxiety, things of that sort, your cortisol is going to skyrocket. And your cortisol is going to make you crave sugar, make you hold excess belly fat around your essential organs. It's doing that to protect you. You're going to have more bloating and digestion and sugar cravings, which can lead to mood changes and headaches and blood pressure changes. So just be aware that your physical body will be showing you things that your emotional body is going through. So there's always a reason for symptoms, and you just have to kind of calm down and go within and feel within yourself, where are you feeling pain and why? My neck's really been hurting. Man, I've really been stressed out. I don't even think I'm deep breathing throughout the day. I'm chronically breathing through my chest. So just kind of checking in with yourself and your nervous system every day will help you have better awareness of your own nervous system. So when there is a disruption, you can attack it right away and you know the answer why. So check in with yourself. Do you have tension on the back of your head? Does the side of your neck hurt? Do you feel really restricted at your throat chakra area? Are you having stomach issues, bloating, digestion, constipation, or even the opposite of that, diarrhea? If you're having any of those issues, you're probably under chronic stress and you need to check in with your nervous system and start attacking it one day at a time. So starting with things like just deep breathing, presence, and awareness. The best advice I can give when getting into nervous system work and working with your vagal nerve is do not try every vagal nerve reset at once. More does not mean better. So ease into it slowly. You can overload your nervous system just as easily as you can rev it down into a restful state. So doing too much at once can actually put your nervous system into overdrive. So start with just a few things. Breath work is a great place to start. Any type of like ear pulling or stimulation on the neck, or even lymphatic work is another place to start. Starting with tongue pulling as your introduction to nervous system regulation is something I don't recommend. It's a very intense release, and if someone has a lot of pent up emotions, trauma, and toxic waste in their body, it can be a very emotional and very intense release. So I don't recommend starting with very advanced vagal stimulation techniques. Start slow, check in with yourself, and see how you feel. Maybe just a simple ear pull is all you needed. Maybe you needed to literally just bring awareness to your breath so you can have a better cadence of oxygen and in your internal pressure system within your lymph. Now you know the 4 major areas that get restricted when you're under chronic loads of stress. Make sure to follow my account for more videos just like this.